Hello everyone, it's Miss Cher and welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Whether you're new or returning, I welcome you and very much appreciate that you're going to spend a little bit of time with me. Today, this evening, I'm going to be working in my Margarete Miller Collage glue book, and it is week 20 of the Margarete Miller Collage Challenge. I picked this book up at a thrift store. I just really love how it feels in my hands, and so far, like I said, we're on week 20, so there's 19 different collage layouts and tutorials. So if you haven't seen them and that's something that you're interested in, it is in one of my playlists. And today I thought we'd get started. All right, so we're going to be working on this page today. This is the one that we did last week. So the prompts are an image that features a face, a list, a piece of currency or play money, brown paper, a tea bag cover, and stripes. So I just want to start by getting some brown paper and getting that down. I was thinking that I would kind of put it something like that. I have a rough idea how this is going to go, but you never fully know what's going on until it's actually done. I do like to try to leave a little tuck spot underneath one of my prompts, or one of my background papers or images, and that's just so that later on, if I decide I want to remember what the prompts were, I may never want to, but it'll be there. Sometimes I'm inquisitive and I'll look back and think, whoa, gosh, I can't remember what the prompts were for that week. And then I'll be able to have a quick peek. So I'm just going to get that down here. I am using tape runner only just because that's what I've used most of my life, I think. That's my comfort zone, is sort of the double-sided tape. But you can use glue stick. I also use Elmer's glue. I just didn't want to use too much kind of wet material like a glue stick or liquid glue, just because even if you use it sparingly, it still does tend to make your pages warp a little bit. So I'm trying to avoid a lot of warpage in this book. And that's just me. Last year I did a lot of dimensional things and stuff in my collages, where this year I'm just kind of not. So when I was looking through all my images, I keep pulling these little books out. I forget where I got them. I actually think I got them through an order through Daphne's Diary. And they have all kinds of pretty little papers and stuff. So when I was thinking about the prompt for an image that features a face, maybe not that original, but I really loved, there's this image and there was this one. And I really love that. And because the two pages, will be open together, I kind of thought it pulled the two pages together. And I absolutely adore that image. So I thought that's going to be one of my images for something that features a face, because of course the clock face. And let me get that down. Oh, right about there, I guess. So then the other image that I had with a face is this one here that I just found in my stash somewhere. I was rooting through some of the papers, so I don't even know where I got it. I think it was part of a DigiKit or something. And I really like that. So I thought that could go. And then a piece of, or a list. I've got a couple lists, but one is this alphabet, because essentially an alphabet is a list of letters. So, and I wanted to incorporate the B in my layout. And then I found another image with a clock. So I thought I could layer that up, something like that. And I think I'll get that down. I'm always hesitant sometimes to tack something down, but I think I'll just put a little strip, except that that's quite thin, so if I did have to take it up, it'll probably rip. but I'm thinking maybe there. And I pretty much know that I want this up in that corner, up top here, kind of right about there, I think. Okay, and then we'll get our bee down. To be or not to be? That is the question. When I was in my first degree, I lived at Katie University down in the valley. I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia. And the residence that I lived in was 2B. And then when I moved to the UK, my first flat was 2B. And I kind of thought the 2Bs are following me around. So another list that I had is this kind of dining car menu. It's a lunch list of, you tick off kind of what you want, but it had the tea there. And I thought that kind of brought in the idea of tea. And then for currency, I found this check in my stash. So a check is a form of currency, but it also has some currency here. And that currency, I can't quite read it, but I think it's 20-cent piece or something, 20 cents. So I thought that would go good with my layout. But I'm thinking I don't want it to cover my clock that much. So what if I just kind of do something like that? Kind of like how that works. Although, because the other thing that I have is I had a couple tea bags covers, and they're here in my stash somewhere, such as this one here, but I wasn't really happy, so I just decided, as I've used all the other prompts, so I really didn't need to use a tea bag cover at all, because I've swapped it out for the stripes, which are in behind there. But I just drew one, kind of a pretend one that I thought would be cute. And I was kind of thinking that would go there. And then my list could go kind of on top there. Yeah. I like that to go over top of that, this check. So we'll get this one down around there. And then this can just go sort of over top there, maybe. Well, I kind of like it there. I just didn't want to cover up that currency. And I wanted those flowers. So what if I try to move this down without ripping it? If it rips, oh well. Alright, so what if I move this down more, like there? And then, yeah, I like that better. Oh, that seems a little bit too far down. It's evening here now. I worked today and had to get all my recycling ready. Tomorrow is recycling day. So get my compost ready. Yeah, kind of like that. I love that little tea bag, pretend tea bag. And what I used for the actual image is, you could draw that, but I actually had an old Stampin' Up! Stamp. And what I did, this one says love you latte, but I just cut that off because I'd rather use the cup more freely and then I could still use the saying later. So, but you could definitely draw that. And, okay, so then I just want to get these down because then I want to try to draw the two sides together. So I thought that what I would do is go back to my washi tapes and I would use some of the similar washies that I used on this side to kind of pull things together on this side. the other thing that I did as well is I've pulled out my stamps. So some of the coffee stains from this side I've pulled off. So most of these are the same. I think there might be a couple different ones. But let's see what this one looks like. I don't think I've used this one very much because there's quite a bit on there. And there's a saying that says, bloom with grace, glorify him, follow his lead. And I like that. We all need to bloom. So I kind of thought, let's put that down there. So I really like that one. And then this is one of my favorite ones. So I thought that I would put a little bit on this side just to draw the two sides together. And I wanted a little bit of the pink and blue like that. And maybe I'll just put a wee little bit down in this corner. Right there. As the days get longer, I feel like, I don't know if I feel more creative, but I feel like I need to be doing more in the evenings besides just sitting watching telly or vegetating. So this is a Wednesday. This comes out on Sunday. It's actually Wednesday evening. And I thought, well, I've been playing around with the layout this week, so why not just come in and try and film it? There's a very light rain happening outside, and Chester is in the window. It's very mild, so I've got the window open this evening. And there's no real fragrances coming in yet. It's way too, well, in my yard, it's way too early yet for spring flowers. My tulips are up, and I'll probably get there's a couple that are ready to open up, so I think I'll probably have some flowers by this weekend, I'm thinking. It's Mother's Day weekend. Oh, I'm liking how that's coming together. I just think that maybe I can put a little bit of brown. I don't think so, but I think I'll put a little bit of this pinky checkered stuff. This one has come together quite quickly, really. I'm loving your comments. Sometimes when I'm reading them, they make me smile or they make me just really happy. All right, well, I think that's enough of the washi, and I think it's kind of coming together. Might need a little bit of something maybe here, though. What about a little bit of that? I think that pink, because there's a little bit of metallic in that as well, so it catches the light on certain angles. So I think that that would be a good one. And then for my stamping, I'm just going to use a few of the stamps that I used on this side. So I already pulled out my coffee stain, which is right here. I just want to, yeah, so I thought I'll put a little coffee stain there. And that is so subtle, but it blends into the background, but it adds a little something, something. I love that. Okay, and then I thought, actually I'm going to keep this open because I have one of the little coffee stains, and sometimes it's nice just to double them up like that. And then the other one that I have, the last one that I have, I just need to wipe those off. I keep some wipes under my desk here just so that I can wipe that off. I had to go get my winter tires changed this morning. And of course, I forgot that I was due for a vehicle inspection. This is This is year 2. And of course, it needs about $800 worth of work. But I can't complain because my car is not a new car, and I really don't have to do a lot to it, so I can't complain. But I think I might do this in a little bit of brown, or maybe this gray as well. Then I think we'll call it done. This was a short one compared to my normal chatter. I received my Daphne's diary today, so I will be putting one out on this, well, it'll be this Friday, but it's not this Friday from today, but you'll see this on Sunday, so then I'll be having a Daphne's diary out. It gets kind of confusing when you put pre-recorded, but sometimes you have to do that when you're trying to fit everything in. I think I might do one on this side too. One of these little blurbs. Right, well, I think that's it for today. I thank you so much for stopping by, even though it was short and sweet. And like I said, I do have a Daphne's diary, and got a couple junk journal ones that I want to get out. I've got them videotaped. I just have to edit them and get them up. So yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did like it, please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until we meet again, I hope you stay safe and well, and bye for now.